Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty and the Frizz. My name is Cara. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me for another fragrance video. Y'all, I feel like this video has taken at least a month for me to film because when I got these fragrances from BTSO, I was sick. And then right after Christmas, I got sick again. And finally, I am ready to review these three. I have samples of Happy Nuts, Mad Honey, and Nanatopia from Born to Stand Out Perfumes. If you want to hear about all three fragrances and what I think about them, keep watching this video. Let me know what you think. And if makeup is your therapy and your love, if it makes you happy, but you want to smell good too, definitely consider joining the community. I'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. So how are you? I'm well. I cannot complain. I really just can't. So let me know how you're doing in the comment section or the chat. So Born to Stand Out, BTSO. When did I hear about them? I was doing some sampling from LuckyScent and came across them. They have a couple that I've tried. I've tried Indecent Cherry, which I really liked. I tried Fig P. I just don't want to say that word on here. And I like that too, because y'all know how I feel about figs. And I also tried Dirty Rice, which I like that as well. When I saw that these three scents were releasing, I definitely wanted to get my hands on samples. And so I have a little bit left so I can re-smell them because it's definitely been some time. But I'm going to tell you about all three of the fragrances, and I want you to let me know which ones you think you would like. We're going to start with Nanatopia. BTSO is a perfume house from South Korea. This fragrance, actually all three of these fragrances were launched in 2023, and I was able to get my samples on LuckyScent. The 50 ml, which is the standard size for all three of the perfumes, are $205, and the 0.7 ml sample from LuckyScent is $5. Now the packaging, I'll just show you a clip of that packaging. BTSO has these really kind of minimal white bottles with red lettering, and I just love it because it's simple, but it makes their bottles very easy to identify. Let me go ahead and describe this from the LuckyScent website, and then we'll get into some notes. Ripened bananas dipped in melted caramel, enriched by a cocktail of sensual nutmeg, cinnamon, a rum liquor, adding a playful and carnal signature. Deeper and more seductive, dark Cypriol pairs with the sensual sillage of Orchinox in the base. Appetizing yet seductive, Nanatopia is a mouth-watering treat you can't get enough of. So this is a gourmand scent. It's got a little bit of a twist. They do mention that the twist is an animalic twist, which I definitely could smell. And then there's this kind of spiced baked bread type of vibe or accord that this perfume is giving off. So let's look at the notes for Nanatopia. The top notes from Fragrantica are rum, nutmeg, and cinnamon. The middle notes are caramel, banana, and bread. And then the base notes are tonka bean, orchinox, cypriol oil, or nargamatha. So nargamatha or nutgrass is the root of a plant similar to papyrus. It's supposed to smell woody, earthy, and has a trace of spice. And then orchinox is the same thing as ambergris. It's a synthetic molecule, which means it's made in a lab. And this is used to extend the fragrance trail. It is musky and woody, and it has an animal-like notes. When I think about animal-like notes, I think about fur and hair and like soil. That's what I think about when I think about animalic. I think about earth. So I'm going to look, because I have my fragrance book here, and we'll see what I thought about Nanatopia a little while ago. Oh, no, gosh. And then I'll tell you what I think about it now. And I will say with this one, the dry down was a little bit different, so I'm really glad that I waited this long to actually review this, because I think if I had just done a first impression, it would have been different than what I'm thinking right now. So let's do it. Okay, I'm gonna spray it on my skin too. Up on the opening, there's kind of this bright and sweet banana that you can immediately smell. But it doesn't really last that long. It really does smell like a banana bread that has a lot of spice or cinnamon, nutmeg in it. You can smell all of that. So as this fragrance dries down, the banana that you smell initially, it kind of moves to the back of the fragrance and it starts to become very earthy and spicy. You have a little bit of that banana there, but like it just becomes so earthy. I don't know how else to describe it. Maybe a little woodsy, and there are the notes of the rum and the nutmeg. I remember having my students smell this. I don't think they were into any of these scents actually. I only let them smell this one and the Happy Nuts, but on my clothes they really couldn't smell it like that. They weren't moved. I will say that my students were not moved. I think the scent strength of this is like soft to moderate. I don't know what terms we're using. It's not like what people will call a beast mode. I think it really dries down. It's more than a skin scent though. So that's why I'm saying it's still soft, but I think depending on how you spray, it can have a pretty moderate strength. I definitely could smell this on my clothes and skin after 5 hours. I don't know what the going hourly rate is for perfume. You know what I mean? The hourly, how long a perfume should last. But at the 5 hour mark, I feel like it was still there, but it definitely wasn't as strong. I think for this perfume, I would really enjoy it in a candle. And I was talking to my sister about that. And she's like, if I would like it in a candle, I would like it on me. And I'm like, nope. And we were in Bath and Body Works the other day and she said, Cara, this is the first, she had smelled something. And she said, this is the first scent where I understand what you're saying. Like, I like how it smells, but I don't want to smell like it. So this is a great cold weather smell, like almost around like Christmas time, I think because of the cinnamon and the nutmeg. But I would love for my house to smell like this. If they had this in a candle, I definitely would get it. I do wish that the banana was just a little more in there because I kind of like that in a scent. I didn't know that until I tried the Ambrosia Imperial from Navitus, which is AI the Great's fragrance. And I have her pear one as well, but there's something about that banana that I really like. Aside from the Navitus perfume, the only other banana scent that I can think about is from 4160 Tuesdays, that house. And they have one called The Dark Heart of Old Havana. And it has a banana scent and it smells really great in the opening, but I really do not like it when it dries down. I do like this though. I just don't think this is something that I would get in a full bottle. So let me just tell you what I wrote in my notes. I'll see if I still agree. Overall, Nanatopia is an interesting smell. I like it, but it is not a love. I really love the banana in the opening, but it is fleeting. Left behind is a spicy cinnamon-like scent that smells good, but will smell better if it kept the banana. There's also an animalic note in here that reminds me of earth/dirt soil. This perfume does not strike me as strong, but it did last around 5 hours. I also wore this to bed and could smell it when I woke up. I would purchase this in a travel size, but not in a full bottle. It is a fun scent, but I'd love it with more banana. I could see wearing this with other vanilla scents or rum scents like an Angel Share. I'm disagreeing a little bit with that. I said that because they have a rum and a cinnamon type note, but I don't know. We're not going to be dimming the shine of Angel Share for Nanatopia. I think they could go together. I think it could go with a vanilla. It's really not bad at all. It is spiced banana bread. That's how I would describe it. So if that's something that you're interested in, and if you like gourmands, I think you would think this was really interesting to smell. Just not sure if you want to smell like it. Definitely, if they had a Bath and Body Works Wallflower, I would be all on this. Like, yeah, I would be on it for that. But it's not my favorite gourmand. So let me know if you've tried Nanatopia. And now we're gonna move on to Happy Nuts. All of these fragrances I purchased from LuckyScent. You can get samples as well as full bottles of all 3 of these. There is also a travel set. So I don't know if that was even out when I purchased the 3 samples, because I got them the day I saw they were there. But there is a trio from BTSO, because see, LuckyScent has vials, and with the BTSO set, you're getting 2 mLs and a sprayer. So you can really see about the opening and the dry down and all that. It's really hard for me to do that with vials. That's why I transfer all of mine to bottles, so I can smell them correctly for me. So let's talk about Happy Nuts. Also launched with Nanatopia in 2023. And the scoop from LuckyScent is that life is happier when you're nuts. Happy Nuts is an overcaloric megadose of pistachio cream, richly mouth-watering nuttiness, and indulgent caramel, paired with an unexpected duo of warming rum extract and invigorating Devona essence. A surprising and delightful olfactory signature emerges, something for gourmand enthusiasts and lovers for the weird and wonderful alike. We have top notes of pistachio, almond, caramel, honey, and rum, middle notes of vanilla, sesame, and Devona, and base notes of patchouli, tobacco, guaiac wood, tonka, ambergris, and white musk. At the time, Happy Nuts was my favorite out of the 3. So let's see if I still feel the same way. So yes, I really like Happy Nuts. Happy Nuts would be my favorite, I think, out of the 3, but I think you could wear these together. So with this one, the pistachio is there. I'm really not getting caramel. I am getting what I think would be like the tonka and the almond, but there is something woodsy in here as well. I think this one is not as strong. And when I had my students smell my like my sleeve, I remember the one girl, she was like, she couldn't smell it at all. She could smell the Nanatopia, but she couldn't smell the Happy Nuts. So this is another one that I like, but I don't know if I love it. Like, I really enjoy the process of smelling these, picking out notes, and like seeing like how close does it smell to the real thing, or what kind of vibe does it give off. I just don't see myself buying this. I feel like $200, and that's not the highest, but I have to really be like, yes, you know, to buy a full size of something. But this is definitely a nutty gourmand, pistachio, vanilla, a little bit of woods, a little like almond, tonka bean. I think if you like pistachio fragrances, then you're gonna like this. Now, if you liked pistachio gelato from KLE, no, that's a whole different pistachio. And that was the first pistachio smell that I smelled. But since then, I've smelled this one, and there's another one that I smell, and I can't think of, by Dua. Dua has a pistachio gelato that came out prior to the KLE, and it's a whole different vibe. Like, the KLE is so sweet and marshmallowy, whipped dessert. This is like nuts. I don't know how else to say it. I would not purchase the full bottle. I think that there will be other pistachio scents that I like better than this. I think I like the pistachio gelato from Dua better than Happy Nuts. But I like it. I feel like it's just on brand with BTSO. They have so many different interesting fragrances. So I think all 3 of these are great additions to, you know, what they already have. But that's my overall thought. You know, I'm so back and forth on Nanatopia. I really am, because I really do like it. I just think it's a house scent. I'll have to keep playing with the samples and see if I feel any different, but that's how I'm feeling right now. Overall, in my book, I wrote, out of the 3 new BTSO fragrances, Happy Nuts is the one I enjoyed the most. Like Nanatopia, this one is not overly strong, but could smell it on my clothes at the 5-hour mark. I really like nutty almond scents, and I'm happy that those notes are the ones that stand out. I do not really get patchouli or caramel, which I'm happy about. This pistachio is totally different from the Kale pistachio, so I'm not sure how these would layer together. I would layer this in almost anything with vanilla, tonka, almond notes. This one is full bottle worthy, but will probably opt for a travel size first if possible. I want to be 100% sure about the lasting power. So next we have Mad Honey. That's the last of the three. So let's get to it now. All right, y'all. We are now going to talk about Mad Honey. But before we do, it's been about 30 minutes since I said I was going to film Mad Honey. So I just want to give you an update. I can't even really smell Happy Nuts anymore. So I might have mentioned that I think it's the weakest of the three. And it really is. I can still like get whiffs of Nanatopia. So I think if I were to get one, I'll tell you about Mad Honey, but if I were to get one, I'm thinking it would be Nanatopia. Also because I've not smelled anything like this before, but there are other pistachio smells, as I was saying. So I just wanted to say that because some time has passed. And now we can talk about Mad Honey. Mad Honey is a sticky, boozy honey fragrance with a dark, rosy, and subtly animalic depth. I don't know what's up with them and these animalic notes. Fans of zoologist bee will find a lot to love in this fragrance. That's another house I want to try so bad. We've got top notes of rum and pink pepper, middle notes of May rose and honey, and base notes of bourbon vanilla, benzoin, tonka bean, patchouli, and orchinox. All right, y'all. So I'm just going to tell you, I don't dislike honey fragrances. I think this is the first like honey focused fragrance I've tried. Okay. Yeah. Just as I remembered. So let me calm down. I think a lot of people will like Mad Honey. I really do. It's rose and honey. That's it. I don't smell anything else. Let's see what we're talking about here. I'm sure there's some other notes in here that people would be able to pick out, but I still have a very new fragrance nose, and I just get honey and rose. And I think if you like those two notes, I think you would like this fragrance a lot. Now, I said that this was the strongest out of the three, but I think it might be the same as Nanatopia. I think because I don't really care for the honey rose combo, it stands out to me. So I don't know if that necessarily means it is a stronger fragrance. All right, let me look and see what I wrote in my notes, see if I feel the same way. Overall, Mad Honey is not my favorite. To me, it is a honey rose smell. I do not mind rose, but too much is not for me. I also do not mind honey. I guess it's the combination of two scents that I don't mind. It just makes this okay. Yeah, it sounds about right. I could also smell this at the 5-hour mark. Actually, this smelled the strongest of the three new BTSO scents, but it may be because I'm sensitive to the rose and honey notes. This fragrance, oh yes, is soft and will go with soft beeswax type scents. Okay, so there's two in mind that I have. One is by 4160 Tuesdays. I just mentioned them with the Nanatopia, the banana scent. It is called Captured by Candlelight. This will go with it so good. Like they will go together real bad because it smells like beeswax, and that's kind of what it's just a whole vibe. So Mad Honey and like a beeswax type note, I think they would go great together because that's what Captured by Candlelight is. It's a very soft, soft scent, and I want that so bad. The other one that I have that I think would be great to layer this with is the Lost Library, and this is by Fantasy Cosmetica. I don't remember the notes in this, but they, oh my gosh, I think they would go together great. Let me see what's in the Lost Library. Okay, no wonder. Lost Library has saffron, beeswax, lip matches, and oak moss. So by me already having Lost Library, I really wouldn't need Mad Honey. And I also don't have the rose, but I got beeswax and lip matches, okay? So those are the three scents from BTSO. I think since then they have released some more, so I might try to get my hands on some samples. But y'all, I have so many samples. Like it's just so much. I just love smelling perfume samples and just It's so, I don't know. It's like an art, like to be able to create a scent like that. I think it's amazing. So let me just give you my overall thought about the 3 of these scents. I'm kind of switching up how I feel about Happy Nuts and Nanatopia. Nanatopia is just it's so good. I just, like I said probably several times, I just don't know if I want to smell like that, but I really do like it. Even the earthiness to it, it's really good. And it layers great with Happy Nuts. It's just that Happy Nuts is gone. I'm not really smelling anything from it. I have a little scent there, but I don't know if that's from Happy Nuts or something that I had on earlier. So it's really evolving to really a skin scent only for me. Now smelling Mad Honey with Nanatopia, that's a great combo too. I mean, in a way you could probably put all 3 together, but if I had to pick a winner, it's gonna be Nanatopia. That's the one that I would get in the full size if I were to get one, just because it's so different. I think for the Happy Nuts, as I was saying, there's other pistachio scents that I think I could like more than that and would like to explore, because I do have a couple pistachio samples here somewhere. And then Mad Honey, I already told you what I really want. I really want Capture by Candlelight, but I've got Lost Library, which is giving off more of the notes that I like and less of the rose part. So, but I think a lot of people would like Mad Honey. I think with Mad Honey, it's going to be a nice scent to wear in the warmer months, and it's still a gourmand. It's not like chocolate or vanilla or those gourmands that you associate with the winter. I think like the honey with the rose, that kind of gourmand scent, I think is going to be great for the spring. So I think all of these fragrances were really unique and different.
Chicken?
No, it's no more chicken.
What about ice cream?
You can get your ice cream.
Put salt?
No, we're not putting salt on the ice cream.
Why?
Because that's not healthy. I don't even know what to say about that. You know, Mad Honey's got some potential. You know, I'm going to have to come back and talk about these again at some point, because, you know, I don't dislike any of them. Let me know, weigh in if you've tried any of these, and let me know your thoughts. I think I'm just torn between room smell, or is it a nice smell for me? And then Mad Honey, I'm just torn about this. I really would like to layer this with Lost Library. I just think that's going to be great. I might have to try that out and let y'all know. All right, let me get out of here because I could ramble on and on about some perfumes. Thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me for another one. Don't forget to give me any feedback you have on my fragrance reviews, because I am new at doing them, but I do try to, you know, have a structured review in a book so that I'm kind of on point. But just let me know, because I'm still learning. I hope this was therapy for you. It always is for me. And until I see you again, make sure you're being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and you know I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.